Hey everyone, it's Michael from the Nightmare Haunted House, and today we're going to be looking behind the curtains of kind of our personal lives here outside of the world of haunting. So come get to know me. Some of my favorite things that I've done outside of the world of haunted houses is when I was in high school, I was a part of all the musicals, so I did a lot of stage building, set construction. I also was a stage manager my junior year as well. What that looked like is I actually got to build a pirate ship in some of the stage pieces. Some of my favorites from The Little Mermaid was Ariel's, the jail cell that Ariel and King Triton get put into. So those were some of my favorite things that I did kind of outside the haunt. I also was in band, so I played the bass clarinet. That's actually how I met some of the actors back in the day, including Alexis, through band and marching band. I'm also by day a recruiter, so I recruit for all sorts of skilled trades, CNC operators, welders, CDL drivers, mechanics, diesel mechanics. I kind of make those connections in our communities and place them out to some of my clients in the area. We span from Minooka to Princeton, so it's pretty big range of space, so I do that during the day. A little bit about my family is I have an older brother named Corey. He hasn't lived with us the last couple of years, so I've always kind of been the oldest sibling just the last couple of years. I also do have a younger brother named Joey and a younger sister named Maddie, and then obviously my mom and dad, as many of you might already know. Another big passion of mine is roller coasters. I love theme parks and roller coasters. I could probably tell you every manufacturer that is at Six Flags, what year it was built, who built it, the original name, maybe the ride that was there before it. I am kind of a Six Flags fanatic and theme parks and roller coasters. Actually, I've been to Cedar Point a couple times, and my favorite roller coaster in the whole world is their Steel Vengeance. And yes, that is an inside joke as well. Another big passion of mine is music. I obviously, growing up in junior high and high school, was in band. I played the bass clarinet, wasn't really the best at it, but that's okay. But I really love rock and metal music. I love bands such as Ghost, Motionless in White, Breaking Benjamin, Disturbed, Slipknot, Korn, Def Leppard, Alice in Chains. You name any 80s musician and I probably like it too. So I've had a musical ear my whole life and I love music. Hands down, my favorite concert that I've been to is Ghost. I'm actually seeing them for the 7th time this year. Another really big hobby / interest and passion of mine is Star Wars. I really love the Star Wars movies. I, of course, love the older ones, but I do love some of the newer ones too. They always say you either love Star Wars or Harry Potter. I love Star Wars all day, every day. Harry Potter can go in the trash. Well, as I think a lot of people on our team might know, that my favorite horror movie of all time is The Conjuring 2. The first one is really good. My house. But, the entire franchise, La Llorona, Annabelle, The Nun, all the Conjuring movies, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them are just really good. I love Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise. Of course, I play a lot of Michael Myers music, but I also really like Insidious too. I think that one sometimes gets overshadowed by The Conjuring, but Insidious, Michael Myers, The Conjuring, I love those horror movies. And oddly enough, I really like Stranger Things and Wednesday on Netflix too. Those are both really good TV shows that I like. Another one of my favorite scary movies of all time is Smile. More specifically, the soundtrack from Smile. That is a masterpiece of horror movie audio, and if a horror movie is really good with visuals and sound, I'm in. One of the best horror movies ever. Well, I hope you guys still like me. I'm kidding. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble on a little bit about myself. Let's get to the next interview with Bella.
All right, it's Bella Maioli. Some of you might know me as Teeth, Kitty, or Nova, but I want to show you a little bit what's behind the teeth, so let me share it with you. I was the youngest growing up. I just have one sister, Taylor. It's me, her, and my mom in the house growing up. My dad, he lived in Vegas, so we'd go down there and see him during the summer. I have cousins. They're all girls, so it got a little catty sometimes. I was still the youngest when I went down there, so I, felt a little bullied sometimes, but we had a lot of fun together. and it was always a good time. I did a lot of sports growing up because I always loved trying new things, but two that really stuck out to me, I loved volleyball so much. I still sometimes wish I stuck with it. I did karate. That was really fun. I kind of felt like somebody out of Karate Kid. I had 3 trophies. We had a competition, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I still remember a lot of stuff, actually. So going into beginning of my middle school years now, junior high, probably 6th, 7th grade, I volunteered at the Shorewood Humane Society. It was a lot of fun. Just me and my mom. I wasn't old enough to go by myself yet. We walked the dogs, bathed them, played with them. I got to play with puppies and some Great Danes. It was a lot of fun. I got a lot of cool experience, and I met a lot of cool people. I've always been an animal lover. I've had some weird pets growing up. A lot of the times it was because we rescued them. I've had a bat. We've had hermit crabs, hamsters, cats, dogs, fish. We had 12 guinea pigs at some point. I'll just leave it at the pet store told us the wrong gender, so I'll just leave it at that. Currently, I have Gemini. She's my child, along with Bean and my dog Monty. So a while ago, my mom and me and my sister decided to cancel our cable, and we just have streaming sites because we love doing that. Some of the shows we love to watch is Friends, The Vampire Diaries. Breaking Bad is one of my favorite shows. I've seen it a million times. Just last April, me and my mom actually took a trip to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we went and saw all the filming sites. It was so cool. If anybody goes on TikTok, we actually got to meet the crazy lady that lives in Walt's house. It was kind of insane. And then after Albuquerque, we went over to Roswell for a few days. So the total trip in New Mexico was 10 days. I got a lot of cool pictures, and it was really cool. So those are some TV shows that me and my family love watching, but we love watching movies too. Obviously, it doesn't stop at just Friends and stuff. We love horror movies. Some of my favorite series, I absolutely love the Sinister movies. I don't know, but if you've noticed, Teeth's makeup is not actually inspired by Bagul, but if you look at Bagul compared to Teeth, they kind of look really similar. Soundtrack is amazing. It puts you on edge. Don't know if you consider it a horror movie, but me and my sister loved War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. It was so good. It's like Dakota Fanning's in that one too. If you haven't seen it, give that one a watch. The Conjuring's always classics, obviously. Insidious. Oh, soundtracks are so good. And if anybody remember those Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books, I loved the books, and the movie was really good too. You know, the trip to Albuquerque and Roswell is just one of many things me and my mom do together. We have a bunch of plants. Between the two of us, we probably have over 100. I, myself, have probably 20. I think she's got over 80, so yeah, probably about over 100. Our house looks like a jungle. It's filled. We have a piano that has not been used in a while, so we kind of makeshift a shelf, and all of them are on there. It's insane. But we love taking care of them and just watering them, and it's actually really relaxing and therapeutic to just kind of feel like you're in nature all the time, and it feels like you're breathing fresh air. So music has always been a big part of my life. My music taste has definitely evolved growing up. My mom introduced me and my sister to the 80s. We grew up on 80s. That's how we love everything we love. Now, we know every single word to a lot of songs. And then when it comes to my dad, on the other hand, he was more the rock, metal, you know, we listened to Korn, all that kind of stuff. He introduced us to that, and I just started recently getting back into it these last years on the haunt. In junior high, I listened to mainly rap. It's really embarrassing, but it evolved into more, you know, R&B, and now rock and metal. I just went to Grey Day. That was amazing. So I'm really happy with my music taste, where it's at right now. I had a lot of fun giving you guys a more personal insight to who I am. So thanks for sitting down and getting to know me.
Hi, it's Alexis from Nightmare, but you know me from that. I've done a whole ton of other stuff in my life, so I'm here to talk about that today. First of all, I have a pretty big family. I have, you know, my parents and my younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me. I have a huge family on my dad's side and a huge family on my mom's side. My family always comes and supports me. They always have, and I love them a lot. I was always busy and doing stuff from a really young age. At the age of 2, I started dancing at the same studio with the same family that my dad actually danced with when he was younger, and then my aunt also danced there. I did all different kinds of dance. I did tap, ballet, jazz, and hip-hop in the 8 years that I danced there. I danced up until 5th grade, and I stopped because the studio I went to closed. But 5th grade was a big transition time for me. After stopping dance, I started band. That was the first year that band was available to us. So I started playing the clarinet. I also took my first acting class that year and had a ton of fun with that. Moving on to 6th grade, I was asked to play the bass clarinet, and I continued to play that from 6th grade until my senior year of high school. I absolutely love that instrument, and 6th grade was also the first time I was in a musical. I was in Aladdin Jr. at my junior high. I went on to do 2 more musicals there and 2 plays with the junior high as well. Moving on to high school, freshman year is actually when I met Michael, and I met him through marching band because we both played the same instrument, and freshman year is when I joined the Hunt. Like I said, I did band all 4 years of high school, and by my senior year of high school, I was actually a section leader in marching band. My main instrument was the bass clarinet, but also senior year I had played saxophone in our jazz band. My original plan for college actually was to go for music education, but that didn't end up working out for me. After high school, I moved on to obviously college is where I'm at now, and I'm doing communications and media, and I'm working on a lot of new media things. I'm picking up photography, as you've probably seen. I'm doing an internship with the Northern Star, which is our school newspaper, and I'm a videographer there. If you couldn't tell by all of the band I did in high school and junior high, I obviously love music. I've had a lot of different artists be favorites over the past years, but my favorites most recently have been Ghost, obviously because of Michael. He listened to Ghost a lot. He got me into it a few years back, and we've been to a concert together. It was so much fun. I've been recently getting into more metal music, so like Slipknot, Korn, a little bit of Motionless in White. I really like Noah Kahan, and I know I have a wide range of music taste. I can go from metal to folk to pop. Chappell Roan, of course, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I love music. I love live music. I love going to as many concerts as my wallet can afford. And I also, along the same lines as that, I love to travel. I wish I could go to more places, and hopefully in these next few years I can go to more places. Last year I went to Tennessee, and I went to Cedar Point in Ohio. I'm trying to think if I went anywhere else. I didn't go to California last year. Yes, I did. Some of my favorite movies and TV shows over the years. One of my top TV shows is Glee. Absolutely love that show. Binge watched it more times than I can count. I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine with my roommates. I really loved that one. Andy Samberg, fantastic. And in that similar vein, some of my favorite movies, I absolutely love Adam Sandler. My top 2 favorite movies though, number 1, Pitch Perfect all the way. Favorite movie, I know every song, I know every line of the movie, I know every dance move and choreography. And number 2 favorite movie is The Breakfast Club. Now, it's not one that I can watch over and over and over again like I can Pitch Perfect, but it's one of the classics, one of my favorites. Obviously, being involved with the haunted house world and community, obviously horror is a massive part of it. My favorite horror movie, as of right now, is The Last Shift, which I believe is a 2016 film, and it was remade in 2023 and called Malum. It's a spin on it. It's a similar story, but not the exact same. I do really like that one. I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula this past fall, and I really like that one as well. I love art. I love painting, especially I have a ton of acrylic paintings all around my apartment and in my room. Another thing that I stepped into a few years ago was making jewelry. I really like having the creative freedom to wear my own pieces out and be able to show people and also sell them or give them to family and friends. I also obviously do airbrush makeup, and makeup in general is kind of really fun for me. I got a rainbow palette for Christmas. I have some water-based liners. I think it's super fun to play with, even though my day-to-day is brown eyeshadow and black eyeliner. I also, this past year, started making some clay pieces. So I made like an earring dish out of some air-dried clay, and then I eventually tried oven-baked clay, and I'm hoping to get more into that in this next coming year. Thank you guys for getting to know me, for getting to know me, Michael, and Bella. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a like down below. If you'd like to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe, or leave a comment if you have any suggestions on any content we should make. Thank you so much.